NASA has upgraded the chance of an asteroid hitting the Earth in 7 years' time.
There's probably a percentage of you watching now that find that idea intriguing, but the thought of the world ending shouldn't be comforting. It should be terrifying. And yet, throughout history, people have clung to doomsday predictions, almost hoping for them to be true. Y2K, 2012, nuclear war, climate collapse. We always seem to be waiting for something to wipe the slate clean. Why? Why do so many people secretly want the world to end? There's a strange relief in the idea of an apocalypse. If the world ends, then everything, your responsibilities, your struggles, your future, stops mattering. No more debt, no more deadlines, no more worrying about whether your life is going anywhere. Psychologists might even call this escapism. When life feels overwhelming, some people latch onto the idea that an external force, something big, will just reset everything. And it's not even that they want destruction. They just want an excuse to be able to stop playing the game. You've probably seen it online. People joking about the world ending like it's some kind of relief.
Man, I hope that asteroid hits.
Or,
just let it all burn.
This is often tied to what's called doomer culture. It's a mix of cynicism and exhaustion, where people feel like things are just so broken that the only way forward is for everything to crash first. But here's the thing. Not everyone who falls into this mindset has given up on life. Some people don't want the world to end just because they're hopeless, but because they feel stuck. They see a system that isn't working, where progress feels impossible, and the idea of a fresh start, no matter how chaotic, is more appealing than things just staying the same. For some, doomsday thinking isn't about the nihilism. It's about the frustration. And when you're surrounded by problems that seem too big to solve, the idea of wiping the slate clean feels like the only real solution. But this isn't new. People have been predicting the end of the world for centuries. In the year 2000, people genuinely believed computers would fail and throw society into chaos. Planes would fall from the sky, banks would collapse, and it would be a
digital Armageddon.
Instead, the clocks rolled over and nothing happened. Then there was 2012. The Mayan calendar ended, and suddenly, theories of planetary alignment, solar flares, and even ancient prophecies flooded the internet. People braced for impact. And yet, here we are. And before all of that, the Cold War had people convinced nuclear war would end civilization at any moment. Bomb shelters were built. School children were taught how to survive an atomic blast. But in the end, the world kept turning. Every generation has had its own doomsday, and every time, people wanted to believe it was real, because if the world is ending, then they don't have to keep figuring out how to live in it. And of course, the media knows this. Fear sells. Clicks, views, engagement, they all spike when people think disaster is coming. News outlets know exactly how to frame these stories to make them feel urgent. Bold headlines, dramatic music, countdown timers, all designed to make you feel like something big is coming, even when the actual risk is minimal. And social media takes that even further. A single article turns into a viral tweet, which turns into a dozen YouTube videos, which then turns into a full-blown conspiracy theory. And before long, you've got people convinced that the world is ending next week, all because fear spreads faster than fact. Doomsday predictions don't just exist on their own. They're fueled, amplified, and monetized. So back to that asteroid. Will it actually hit Earth? Maybe. Maybe not. But even if it doesn't, people will move on to the next doomsday scenario, the next global crisis that makes us question whether we should even bother trying anymore. But here's the thing. Wishing for the world to just end is really just a reflection of how people feel about their own lives. When things feel hopeless, doomsday starts to look like an escape. But the world isn't ending yet, and maybe, just maybe, that means we should stop waiting for it to. On a personal note, I just want to say I really appreciate all the new viewership I've been getting from you guys. If you were here for the last video, thank you for coming back, especially after the audio issues. I hope I fixed that for you, and I love all the feedback I've been getting in the comments. I genuinely enjoy making these videos and pushing myself to improve with each one, so it means a lot to see you guys engaging with them. Also, I got a little challenge for you. Somewhere in this video, I hid my channel avatar. If you can find it, drop the timestamp in the comments and let's see who catches it first. I'll definitely pin your comment, and as always, don't be afraid to drop a topic you'd like me to cover in the next video, and of course, like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this one.